Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. I am so excited for another amazing Monday. Yes, it's Marketing with Russ time. You know what? We're all about how amazing people connect. And today, my amazing guest, Terry Seitz, is with me, and he's an awesome connector. So tell all your friends, share this out, tag them, let them know we're on. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
For information on the Alzheimer's Association in their fight against Alzheimer's and how to give to this amazing organization, go to alz.org. And for more information on Kicking Cancer and how they support people going through cancer and their families, go to kicking-cancer.org. And for more information on Capital Mortgage Source and the Willamette Valley and all of your mortgage services, go to capitalmortgagesource.com. And finally, for more information on Kerry Whitlatch and Farmers Insurance in Lebanon, Oregon, call 541-258-3995. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie on this Monday morning. And it is right now 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But you know what? I don't know what time it is where you are. It could be afternoon, evening, it could be tomorrow. Who knows? But I am so glad you're joining us today. So grateful for this amazing community. You know, we're all about how amazing people connect. That's right. And you know what? There are so many amazing connectors that I've been blessed to have on this show. And today I've got my friend Terry Seitz on. It's going to be great. And we're going to have a great discussion here in a little bit. But you know what? You can connect also today. Make sure and engage today. Get involved in the comments. Say hi to us. Let us know you're here and actually chat with each other in the comments. You know, it's a great place to connect with other amazing, like-minded people. So today, thanks so much for being here. What a blessing. What a blessing this is. And I'm so grateful for all of you. I hope that you had an amazing Thanksgiving. We had a little Thanksgiving special. If you missed that, you can go back and watch that. And would love for you just to see what the little Thanksgiving greeting that I gave. It was a short one on Thursday, but so grateful for everything that's going on, all the community, all that I've been blessed with. You know, there has been a lot going on for me this last year. And I went through being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer after that being stage 3 and stage 2, progressed over the last 3.5 years. But out last year, being diagnosed with stage 4 all the way to the last scans, them telling me I'm cancer free, praise God, all good. And so many of you have been there praying for me all the way along. This community is so amazing. I am so thankful. You know what? This is where connection and community building really makes a huge impact and a huge difference on life. You have all made such a huge impact on me. And my daily goal is to inspire and encourage you to live a purpose-driven life, to impact you, to want to impact others and make a positive difference, be a world changer, a difference maker. That is what I'm all about. That is what the show is all about. And some people say, you know what? What does it have to do with marketing? Well, just about everything. Okay. So connection and community building, I believe, is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. So get out there and build community today. Care about other people. I love what John Maxwell says. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you want people to care about you and your business, care about them. Get out there, make a difference. You know what? That is how the world gets moving. That's how your business gets moving. So really, really excited about everything going on. I want to remind you that not only do we have an amazing show here, but my new book released. Woohoo! Life happens and then you choose. That's right. You know, we had Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, my first book. Then I did 4 anthologies. And now Life Happens and Then You Choose. And I'm telling you, all of those are available at russhedge.com. You can get them today. But I want to tell you, russhedge.com will bounce you to Amazon today. Today is the last day for, let me see if I can bring this up for you. It is the last day for the Cyber Monday sale. So what does that mean? You know, everything's been going on. We've had Black Friday that came and went already. And then through the weekend, we left the sale on just for you. Just for you, we left that on. And I'm trying to look to see if we have that here where I can actually show you. And at the moment, it doesn't want to let me show you that. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe because I'm in the wrong spot. That could be. But anyway, I'm going to show you that here in just a second. This is live. We're just going live. Whatever happens, happens, right? There you go. All right. Well, the Cyber Monday ad, which is now going to be put up here in just a minute, is showing you. There we go. This is out on social media today. All the prices have been reduced by $5 today. Get your ebook, your Kindle, or your paperback, or your hardcover. Also, would love for you to send me a picture of you in the book. Also, would love for you to tell me what you think. And Amazon reviews are so great. I am so grateful for everybody doing reviews, trying to get my reviews up. My original goal was 75. We've got a ways to go, everybody. My original goal was 75. And where are we? We're currently at 15. So we got a long ways to go. I know it's hard. And a lot of people want to read it before the whole book before they give a review. I get that. But please, either read part of the book and give a review, or thank you after you're done. Giving me a review is great. But you know what? It makes a big difference because this book is going to impact thousands of people. And the way that they see it when you're active on Amazon, what happens is Amazon shows that to more people. So the more people that purchase and the more people that do reviews and all of that, the more activity there is, the more Amazon shows that to people. So thank you for that. And I'm telling you, this book, life happens every day, but you have a choice. You have a choice. Okay, real quickly, a couple more things about the show, and then we got to get Terry in here. Okay, so what we have is YouTube, an amazing YouTube page. We need you to join that. We need you to subscribe today. Go to marketingwithruss.live. Why? Because all of these thousands of people that I've had on Marketing with Russ, Russ Reels Live, the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, the Experience Local, all my live streams are there. You can connect with these people. You can view amazing value and content like Terry's going to bring today. So please open a separate tab. Go to marketingwithruss.live. Subscribe today. Also share this out. Tag your friends because we're getting ready to bring Terry in. When we do that, we want to make sure that you guys are ready and you've let everybody know so they don't miss it. Okay, but if you do, don't forget, this show does then become a video podcast on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, and then it converts to audio podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So you can, so many ways to watch and listen. And so thankful for you. So thankful for you today. Okay, last thing we do that I want to get out there, we've already talked about the books. We've already talked about all of the things on the show, is our marketing tip of the day. Now, this is meant to encourage you, to give you a little a kickstart in your day. It's very short. It gets cut out separately, put on YouTube Shorts, gets put on social media separately. So you can like and share all of that separately. And I want to tell you that how much I appreciate and we appreciate everybody that works with me. You sharing, liking, doing all of that on social media makes a huge, huge difference. So please help us grow. Please help us move that direction. So are you ready? We're going to do this. This will get cut out. Then we're going to get Terry in the room. Are you ready? Okay. All right, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Transform your brand with authenticity. That's right. When you're really you, that is how you make a difference in this world and make an impact. If you want to transform your brand and if you want it to explode on the scenes, people are drawn to authentic people. When people look at you, one of the biggest compliments I can get is people say to me, you are very authentic. What you say is what you do. People will get what you are all about. And it's because you bring authenticity out. And what you need to do is be authentic. Just be you. Don't try to be somebody else. You can listen to great advice from other people. That's an awesome idea. But you know what? Then form it into who you are and utilize it in your own way, your unique way. So that's going to make all the difference today. So remember, transform your brand with authenticity. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. Terry's going to talk more about that. Let's get him in the room. Woohoo! Hey, Terry.
Thanks, Russ. How are you?
I am doing so good. How are you?
Episode 573.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
Amazing run, amazing amount of content, and the quality of. So thank you so much for having me.
Well, I am so blessed to have you. Thank you. Let's start with the basics for the few people that don't know who you are, Terry. Who in the world is Terry Seitz? What are you up to?
Who in the world am I? Well, I am a 20+ year marketing vet. Largely split my tenure between the advertising agency world in New York, and I'll circle back on what I'm about to sign up for, which I'm incredibly excited about. And then the last 12+ years at Visa. So a lot of ad agency work, and then working for one of the biggest, most popular brands in the world. It's been a wonderful run. Very practically, I've been able to learn over those 20+ years and really drive, I believe, success at the top of the funnel in terms of brand awareness, and then bottom of the funnel in terms of conversion and trial and loyalty. So I've been very fortunate in my journey to cover a lot of what marketing has to offer a company. On the personal level, I live in San Francisco. I have a beautiful, amazing wife and two kids under 10. So they are, under 10. So they are whisked away at school right now. But I want to, if it's okay with you, Russ, tie a bunch of stuff back to your intro, because I think that there's a lot of wonderful connection points that not only got us to sort of begin to talk, you and I, a couple of months ago, but I think is really prescient relative to where we are in the year and where we are coming off of Thanksgiving.
Hey, before you jump into that, let me just say one thing, because I'm all for that. I want you to continue on, but I just want to say that this is what people need to think about. Everybody has experience in their life, and drawn from that experience and growing and building and becoming a better version of you is exactly what you've done. You built on that experience. You built on that track record and being able to help people get their brand more visible, which is critical in today's environment. So I just want to applaud you. And I want to tell everybody watching, this is a key factor. Everybody has that. Everybody's got that unique experience that they can draw from. And that's what people are drawn to. Okay, Terry, take it away.
Yeah. So a couple things coming off of the Thanksgiving break, you rightly talked about marketing and the fundamentals of marketing being about connection and community building. And I couldn't agree more, right? On a personal level, my opportunity to connect with my family, there were 31 of us down on the central coast of San Francisco, is a unique and precious experience, right? It's not often that you get that many people in one place, and bonding and connecting over a meal or over activities. And so it's always an incredibly special thing that our cousins put on. So I hold that sort of very near and dear. And then to your earliest point about health, this has been an interesting and trying year on our home front. So we are incredibly fortunate to have dealt with and are on the beginnings of the other end of some family stuff. But it goes back to this idea of your, hashtag 1,000 thanks. And I am incredibly thankful coming off of Thanksgiving about where I am in life, about where my family has been able to get to after a trying year. And then as we think about 2026 and the end of 25, where life is going to hopefully sort of take us. So I'm super excited and chuffed that you are cancer-free state, which is just an amazing thing. And, may that magic dust be sprinkled upon a lot more of us in the future. Bringing it back to what you said about John Maxwell and marketing for a second, a very similar vein of thought comes from Simon Sinek. I don't know if everybody is familiar with Simon, famous TED speaker, right, author, et cetera. And he talks about people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
Right.
And that is very much what John said. And that's very much connected to your marketing tip of the day, which is about authenticity, right? If people don't believe in you and your intent and what you ultimately provide them, then they're not going to buy your service. They're not going to buy your product. They're not going to buy what you are ultimately selling them. If you think about authenticity, it's about combating this hyperbolic chamber that we are in about chasing attention, right? We're all, doom scrolling and trying to find that next thing that gets us the dopamine hit. And we're almost sort of conditioned to do that. And when authenticity does is it sort of stops that train and says, this is what a brand or product or service is truly about, the why behind it. And that engenders a lot more interest and consideration and loyalty than this just chasing attention for the sake of chasing attention. If we think about what a brand is, it's simply a memory or an association that is built in someone's mind. It's almost sort of like shorthand, such that when they're considering buying a product or a service, you want the brand to be top of mind. The way to drive memorability and associations is by being authentic, because that's sticky, right? That's shorthand for being top of mind. So, Russ, I'm just bringing it all back. Like everything you just talked about has these wonderful connective dots that lead us to the conversation today. In terms of what I loved about your connection and community building and thankful intro is it got me thinking, what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my career thus far. I'm thankful for the notion of perspective. And it's only been in the last probably 12 months that I've been able to, in the first time in 20 years, take a step or two or three back and really try and gain a perspective about my life, about work, about my family. And it's been lovely and it's been amazing. And I wish I had perspective at 25. I don't. I'm on the sort of back nine of my career.
Why did it take us so long, right? Why did it take us so long to get that perspective? I want to just say on that real quickly that this is really about what both my books are about, but this new book, Life Happens and Then You Choose, is all about perspective. It's all about taking a look at what's going on in your life. And like you said, man, I am so grateful for God and my beautiful wife and my family and all that I've been able to do. But I got to keep perspective when suddenly someone tells me, hey, you've got cancer. I got to take perspective when somebody says, hey, you've got type 1 diabetes. hey, I've got to take perspective when somebody hits me in the face with something that I don't like. You've got to step back daily, I think, just like you're talking about, and really take a look at things, because life is happening as either Tony or Ed Milet said this, Tony Robbins or Ed Milet, life happens for you, not to you. Because honestly, the truth in that statement is, Terry, life daily is happening to you, but you get the choice through your perspective to let it happen for you and let it guide you. And that goes back to your original thing about your experience in your life and all of that. And it brings it all back together. Okay, pick it up from there. Sorry, I just had to get that in.
No, I love it. One of the things, and I hope this doesn't come across as sort of a virtue signal, but one of the things that grounds me on an annual basis is I read Viktor Frankl's book about his time in a concentration camp, or a series of concentration camps back during World War II. And he talks about, right, his whole premise is that, which is life happens to you. It's how you react to it that gives you purpose, and that enables you to your earlier point, have agency about what happens next and what happens in your heart and in your brain. And I try and read it once a year because it grounds me. It stops me in my tracks to go, yes, like you do have agency over your life, and it's about the choices that you make to life as it is happening. And it got me thinking about where I am with my own life. And I want to name check another author. It's a guy by the name of Sahil Bloom, and he writes about the 5 types of wealth, and they are social, time, mental, physical, and financial. And he talks about the need to, based on your life stage, balance those things in totality to lead sort of an optimized life, where if you're over rotating into one, that has a knock-on impact and a network effect on the other 4. And his idea is we have focused too much in society on the financial. Like we've become so obsessed with that, and it's important. They find, we all need to be financially strong and savvy and sound, but it can't be at the expense of the other 4: physical, mental, time, and social. That they all should be sort of interacting together. And as again, I round into the back 9 of my life, the notion of balancing those five types of wealth, and the notion of having enough, e.g., going back to that notion, that idea of perspective, is really important. It's about what you're chasing and what you do with what life is presenting at you to go, am I chasing the right things? Am I chasing the wrong things? Do I have enough to fill my head, to fill my heart? And I'm very fortunate where it's like I have, as I think about those five types of wealth, enough, right? I don't need to be Bezos. I don't need to be Musk, nor do I need to be a triathlete, doing the Ironman in Hawaii or wherever it is. It's like I have enough. And that is a wonderful, and by the way, you don't get that at 25, or at least I didn't, perspective to go, I'm very thankful for where I am and where I'm going to go in 2026.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you bring that up, because being satisfied and being content is different than just being lethargic and not involved and inactive. Because honestly, I am a strong man of faith, and I love what the word of God says, that you can be content in all things when you have a lot or little. There's tons of people that you probably know, Terry, that are super wealthy, that have achieved all this, and really, when it comes to being grateful and being content in life, are way down on the other end. They're having all kinds of issues with life. And so it's a matter of, no matter where you are through your journey, which it is all a journey. Like you said, we start at 25 and we don't know a lot of these things. We don't have a good perspective, but we build that over time. And then we learn to be content with where we are at the moment. Doesn't mean we're going to stay there, right? Some people say, well, you can't ever be content because you got to keep pushing. Well, No, I don't agree with that, because if you're never content and you always want more, you're going after the wrong things in life. Be content with the fact that you and I, Terry, both have beautiful wives. We have wonderful families, right? Things that we can be so thankful and so grateful for. Be content that yesterday was a great day and today is going to be even a better day. There's all kinds of ways to look at it. But I think that people sometimes get so caught up in the rat race of life that they miss out on what's important at the moment, right? So listen, this is what I want to do, because we're going to run out of time. We're already winding down. I want you. Okay. So I come to you and I say, Terry, man, I am just having challenges with my brand. And you know what? My things are not coming together. How do you get me started? And how can I get a hold of you so I can find out more that you can't tell me in the next 5 minutes?
Okay. So, let me answer it. Let me answer that question very quickly. So to round out my journey, to build on your point, started out on the ad agency world in New York for a dozen years, Visa for 12 years. I'm about to go back into the ad agency world, and I'm so excited about the opportunity. And it's with a company called the Nuance Collective, and we are all about provocation and nuance. And that is, if you want your brand to stand out, if you want to drive bottom line business outcomes, you cannot exist with the status quo. You need to provocate about who you are, your authentic self, Russ, to build back to your earlier point, self being brand is, and then build on the strengths of those equities and those associations, and then drive those things home into the heads and hearts of your target audience or consumer. The agency is built on provocation, and it's built on nuance, which is about understanding and then activating based on what makes you different, what gives you alchemy, what gives you brand voltage, all the things that enable you to stand out. I am blessed, to your point about being content, in the idea that I get to connect with these brilliant minds at the agency that I never thought I would, but I reconnected with an old colleague, and they are blue flame thinkers. They are brilliant. They are much smarter than I am, but they see around corners. They agitate in the perfect, wonderful ways because they are about you, the brand, you, the client, not you as an individual. So the answer is, the way to get started is to figure out what makes you different as a brand. What is your unique selling proposition? Understanding how to drive that, how to crystallize that, and then come up with a marketing plan that does that. And we could talk for hours about how you do that. But you and I first started this conversation a couple of months ago around the idea that marketing is kind of, and marketers are kind of like mad scientists, right? And if you think about science as the search for truth, right? What makes you different as a brand? That's your truth, right? And why does that matter to consumers and or customers? Marketing's objective is to go do that, not for the sake of it, but because it drives growth and it drives profit and it mitigates risk for a company. So this mad search for truth is why I love marketing, is why the Nuance Collective exists, because we are this curious band of provocateurs who are heck bent on illuminating what those truths are for brands. But it's about conviction, and it's about having that sort of authentic search come to fruition.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's where it all comes back to authenticity, what you just said, finding what really stands out, what's unique for you that elevates your brand, something that's not the same as everybody else. And there's so many people out there, Terry, that are just trying to be somebody else. Now, there's a lot of great people to learn from. Yes. But you need to take your own individual and authentic spin and put it on what you're doing. So it's you. And that's what makes all the difference. So remind everybody how to get in touch with you.
I can be reached at Terry at thenuancecollective.net. I'm also on LinkedIn if you just type in Terry Seitz. We would love to talk to you and help your brands catalyze the voltage inherent in them, uncover it, and then deploy it to great and extraordinary bottom line business returns and outcomes.
That is so awesome. Well, we have most of your information there. Give us that website again.
It's the Nuance Collective is the name of the agency. And my email, I know you've my Gmail, so thank you for that. I can also obviously be reached there. Yep, Terry at thenuancecollective.net.
There we go. Got that up there. Okay, the Nuance Collective. All right, everybody, listen. You've got to reach out. You've got to connect with these amazing people like Terry. All of his information there, by the way, is right there, ready for you just to click on, right? Click on and you go straight to him. You don't even have to remember it. So please click, go to Terry, connect with him today, learn so much more because we have just scratched the surface. In fact, Terry, you and I got to schedule a follow-up because we could talk for hours. Oh my goodness. I love what you're all about and so thankful for you. So do me a favor. I'm going to say goodbye to you here on screen. Hang tight for just a minute in the green room. I'll be right there. But thank you so much for being here today.
The thanks is mine, Russ.
All right. See you in a minute. Wow. I tell you, they keep getting better every day. Terry is amazing. You've got to connect with him. So amazing. And I'm so thankful for everybody who's here today. Bless all of you. Thank you so much. Please connect with Terry in one of the ways and also connect with me. Remember, you can just go to russhedge.com for me and to get the book. And please, the information for ordering the book is on Amazon is in the show notes and in the comments. And so I would be so grateful if you would take advantage of that. And I'm going to get this all squared away here. There we go. I would be so thankful if you take advantage of this amazing sale. I would love to hear what you think. And I know that it will encourage and inspire you. But I would love for you to get a copy today while the savings are good through midnight tonight PST. You can get a copy, $5 off, ebook, paperback, or hardcover. Love for you to do that. Thank you so much. And let's see here. I'm going to pull that off. For those of you who don't know, Bob Goff was my actual New York Times bestseller. He is the endorsement on the back of my book. I have several endorsements in the book. Bob Goff is an amazing guy. If you've not read his books, you should. But I'm so thankful to him. Also, just want to say how thankful we are to all of our sponsors today. We couldn't do this without you. The Alzheimer's Association, and thanks to Jim and Diana Becker for underwriting that. Kicking Cancer, Bob and Capital Mortgage Source, and Carrie Whitlatch and Farmers. Don't forget, you make a big difference. This is also listener supported. So anything you give goes towards the production costs of these live streams. And I have 6 a week. So we have lots to support and take care of. So thank you for that. We could not do it without you. I am so blessed, so thankful. With that, we're going to wrap things up for today. And don't forget, I'm going to tell you more about an upcoming another book signing, but we're going to skip that for today. We'll tell you that next time. So anyway, until next time, which is this coming Thursday, appreciate everybody. Have a blessed week. See ya. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.